Yo, what is up, everyone? My name is Jay, and welcome back to another Next Gen video. I know it has been a long time, but anyways, it's okay. We're here now. Let's just jump into this. We are going to be going into Set 3, which released almost a year ago, so I do apologize for the huge delay. Anyways, today we're dealing with Astral Units, the new archetype in the Next Gen universe, and also we're dealing with Gen 5 units, who are, really huge. Let's just jump into it. For Z, when this card is played, all players must discard their hand. When this card falls, gain +5 health. Once per turn, instead of drawing at the start of your turn, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck and select one of those cards to add to your hand and then shuffle your deck. It's a good, control recycled card to kind of let you get the right cards in your hand. And also that gain +5 health is important. And then resetting the hand is good too with Force C. The next card is Force X. Reoccurring. When your opponent plays an essential card, you can target one of your cards on the field and destroy it to negate and destroy the essential card. If this card is sent to the Fallen, shuffle your entire Fallen, excluding this card, back into your deck and draw 2 cards. So, it's a good way to kind of control the field, not letting your opponent use their essential cards. Allows you to kind of take a good control back, and then also the stat line 15, 14, 9 speed, pretty good. Next, we're going to go into the last of the three brothers. Force T. This card can only be played through a normal upgrade. When this card is played, for every weapon equipped to this card, deal 2 damage to your opponent's life points. Once per turn, you can swap any weapon equipped to a character to another character. So, if you want to build a weapon focused deck, this is the card for you. I wanted to kind of create a card that specializes in that. Although bringing out 5 a Gen 5 is kind of hard to play, however the payoff is nice. And then the once per turn you can swap any weapon equipped to a character to another character. This just allows you to keep adding things up and swapping cards left and right. So Force T is a good card to bring out. The next card is Ruby Scarlet. When this card is played, pay 5 life points to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can swap any of the cards you revealed with the cards from your Fallen. So it's a good way to kind of recycle the cards from your Fallen into your deck again. It just makes it easier for you to get the right cards, allows the deck to flow faster. That's kind of what I wanted to go with Ruby Scarlet. And then her sister, Ruby Elite Scarlet. This card cannot be destroyed if it is being used as a block for an ally character. So with that being said, when she's trying to block an attack to another character, she can't be destroyed and she'll be fine. She's a strong person. Anyways, when this card is normally upgraded, banish the top 2 cards of your deck. You can detach a unit from this card to notable call one of those banished unit. When this card falls, any card that was a notable call with this effect also falls. So again, if you're lucky enough to get a unit from those from that banish, then you can notable call it with Ruby Elite's effect. However, she has the effect where if she does fall, that person also falls, which is a fair trade-off. The next card is going to be Ohm, which is one of these secret elite rares. When this card is normal or notable called to the battlefield, you must sacrifice 3 villain or 3 astral units on your side of the field, and then this card gains immunity until the end of your next turn. So again, before you even get to the reoccurring, it's a strong card with that immunity until your next turn. So he can't be destroyed, he can't even be targeted because it doesn't matter. And then reoccurring, every time you discard a card from your hand, deal 2 damage to your opponent's health. So again, cards that discard, you can mix it up with Force X or Force Z. One of the cards that allows you to discard, boom, 2, 4, 6, 8. If you have 7 cards, I think the max is 7 in your hand, that's 14 damage already there if you discard your entire hand. So again, Ohm could be a dangerous person to play. The next person in the lineup is Richter the Fallen Hero. Now hear me out, okay? I did not know it was going to be like this. Alright, but anyways, when this card is played, you can banish X amount of characters from your hand to gain +1/+1 for each character you banish from your hand. So, yeah. And the stat line itself doesn't even match up. Definitely going to fix that when I re-release this set, I guess, or refix this set. Well, we're definitely going to be making him a little bit more weaker at the baseline because that 978 stat line is kind of scary with the effect. So I'm already going to admit here that this is probably going to be changed later on, but the effect says it by itself, dude. You can banish up to like what, 7 characters, and then boom, holy moly, dog. Anyways, let's just get into the next card. The next secret elite rare is Tyler Styles. During the battle turn, you can detach a material unit from this card to untap this character and attack again. And when this card attacks an enemy character, this does an extra 2 damage to adjacent units of the adjacent enemy units of the targeted character that was damaged. So again, it's a good clear board wipe with this one. Tyler Styles can deal additional damage throughout the field, and not only to just one character. Now, going back into the Force Z and Force X and Force T, or there are alternate versions of them. So for Force Z, we have the Force Z alternate, where when this card is being played, treat it as an ultimate call. So ultimate calls necessarily mean that it can't be negated, cannot be destroyed when it's being called. So it just has immunity when it's being called. That's it. Once per turn, if you control another astral unit, you can detach a material from this card to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's another astral unit, you can notable call it to the field, and if it's not, you can pay 7 life points and notable call it to the field. So this is just for speed ramping decks. You wanna get your units on the field faster. Boom, 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 boom. Force C is the man to be. Next up is Force X alternate. When this card is played, you and your opponents must set face down in your battlefield the bottom 3 cards of your deck. Every time you or your opponent successfully deals damage to either player's life points, you may activate one of the face down cards, regardless of the cost or gen level. So hear me out here, okay? Regardless, whatever deck is, whatever 3 bottom cards are in thing, you can just play it. So, if it's a unit card, then you can play on the field. If it's an essential, you can activate the essential card. But it must resolve regardless. And then the last one is Force T. You can reduce your life points to 5 to make all essential cards you play cost 0 until the end of the next 3 battle turns. Now, it's pretty good. Essential cards are very important. There are some cards that, require certain amounts of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to redo this effect because now that I think about it, if I keep this person's effect, it doesn't really matter if the next 3 turns the essential cards are 0, because he's already a 5, and oh man. Hey, Force T alternate getting a rework. I'm going to admit it right here. Anyways, let's just jump into the next forecast. We get Clyde Webb's Galactic Punisher. If there are 3 or more Galactic Punishers on the field, notable call this card to the field from your hand. Reoccurring, every time your opponent calls a unit to the field, roll a d20. If the result is an odd number, draw a card. If it's an even number, deal 4 damage. So it's kind of a callback from the original Clyde Webb's with the d20, but also this Galactic Punisher deck. The archetype is kind of cool, and I kind of wanted to have an archetype in this that kind of mattered. Now, speaking of that, we get Prince Pump, Shooters of the Galactic Punisher. If this card is equipped with a weapon, notable call a Gen 2 or lower neutral character from your deck. Ray Gunner, Shooters of the Galactic Punishers. If this card is used for an upgrade for another astral character, notable call this card to the field. Then the next card, Neon, Swordsman of the Galactic Punisher. If there is another astral character on the field, gain +3 attack. When this card is sent to the Fallen, draw a card. And then, last but not least, Mac, Boxer of the Galactic Punishers. If you control another Galactic Punishers unit, this card can attack again after KOing an enemy unit. Again, another callback to the previous Mac villain card. And then the last 4 costs, Masquerade. You can discard 4 mutant units from your hand to notable call this card to the field. If this card falls, notable call a Gen 4 or lower neutral or mutant character from your Fallen. Again, it's a good way to kind of swarm the field, and gets you discard power. And if you remember discard with the mutants, you get either the Abomination cards, or you can deal with the Winter cards. So this card, being a neutral and a mutant, kind of helps out. Now let's go on to the next of the set list. Mr. Portals, recurring. Every time a card is sent to the Fallen, you have the choice to choose whether to send that card to the Fallen or banish. So Mr. Portals kind of can play with the way you play your games. Meditation Man. Once per turn, if you control another mutant unit, you can choose to do one of the following. Discard 3 cards to gain plus 10 life points. Sacrifice a friendly mutant unit to draw 2 cards. Lose 15 life points and noble call a Gen 4 unit from your deck to your side of the field. So that last effect is kind of iffy, but the other 2, pretty okay. It's fine. Next up, we get Space Rocker. When this card enters the battlefield, deal 2 damage to your opponent's life points. Just a standard. Lily, the Astral Hero. When this card is played, add an Astral unit from your deck to your hand. Starborn. If you control another Gen 1 unit, draw a card. Astro Hawk. You can banish this card from your hand to return a unit on the field to their owner's hand. Luchador Superfan. If your health is less than 5 life points, you can banish this card from your hand to notable call Luchador, the Masked Hero, from your deck, hand, or Fallen. And you already know how Luchador is. Eggy, the Egg Hero. If you control another hero unit, you can create a 12/0/0 egg token with the effect. This card cannot be destroyed by effects. This card oh my god. This card cannot be destroyed by effects. This card can also not be used to stack block or attack, or be used to block an attack. When this card is destroyed by KO only, ultimate call a Gen 4 unit from your deck. So yeah, that is a lot of text. But with 12 health, that token is kind of hard to beat. So you definitely have to figure out a way to destroy that 12 token. And I think there are ways here, if I remember correctly. Money Mini. If this card is notable call to the field, destroy 1 Gen 1 hero on the field. Kid Bang. You can banish this card from your hand to negate the effect of any essential card. Abomination Astro. When this card is sent to the Fallen, discard 1 card, then draw 1 card. And then, oh, there was another Gen 4. My apologies. There's 2 more Gen 4s. The Outlasting Abomination. If this card was in your Fallen for 4 turns, ultimate call it to the field. If this card gets sent to the Fallen from your side of the field, send this card to the Forbidden Zone instead. So this way it doesn't create a loop with Outlasting Abomination. And then we got Jack Webb's The Syndicate. This is the limited rare version. There are two versions for this one. This was just for for my friends who came over to do the set release. Once per turn, you can pay 5 life points to destroy all stun units on the field. This card cannot be stunned. So there you go. Also another callback, Jack Webb's A-Man. Both players must banish a top card of their deck. When this card falls, play the banished card. Red Visor. Both players can draw 1 card. Bacon. You can discard this card from your hand to give a unit on the field +3 armor and +3 attack. Eggster. If this card is destroyed, notable call a 1/1/1 egg token. Junk Handlers. Add 2 Fallen units from your Fallen as material for 1 of your units on the field. So as you can tell, that their effects on this set, there are a lot of detaching materials. There are a lot of material uses. So Junk Handlers is there to help you. Return. Revive a unit from the banished area. Their effects are negated. Dimension Glove. The equipped character cannot be destroyed by effects. So, kind of OP, but pretty important. Light Speed Blade. Every time the equipped unit attacks, draw a card. Fallen Mask. When the equipped character falls, send this card to the Fallen instead. Doom Glove. Whenever the equipped character attacks another character and the attacked character survives, this card gets equipped to the attack character. The owner of this card loses 4 life points every battle turn. This is a card that I want to really make a deck around because it just screams troll. I really need to figure out how to use this one. Blue Blaze Blade. The equipped unit gains +1 armor, +3 attack, and -2 speed. Dynamite Daggers. Jesus. All units in the battle area are destroyed. That one is a pretty important one. The Throne. All units below 10 attack are destroyed. For each card destroyed, every player draws 1 card. So you can have a huge overload of cards if used. Time Splitter. Pay half of your life points and discard 1 card to gain an extra turn. Space Boots. The equipped character is now an astral card and gains +2 speed. Preparation. Draw 2 cards. Pot of Greed allows me to draw 2 cards. Space Mines. If your opponent successfully deals damage to your life points, deal damage equal to the damage given to you to any unit or player. So, Space Mines could be clutch in the final turns. Proto Ray Gun. When the equipped character deals damage to another unit and it survives, stun the unit. Galactic Sniper. If the equipped unit KOs a character, add a counter to this card. For each counter on this card, the equipped unit gains +1 armor and +1 attack. Next, we get Astro Giant. When this card enters the battlefield, all non-astral units are stunned. Next character, Space Fighter. If you played a fighter unit this turn, you can notable call this card to the field. Alone, stun a card. Super Astral Impact. Both players bring their life points to 10. This is the new standard life points total, and no player can heal above 10 life points. Force Family is the society card for this set. You can win the game if all Force Family characters enter the battlefield. It's tough. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be tough to bring Force Family all out. Actually, you know what? You know what? Maybe it isn't, but we'll see. We'll see how it is with Force Family. Anyways, there are also the token cards that I made just because tokens are important now. And that concludes set 3. It's a short release, not that many cards. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the cards. Definitely got to work on the Force T alternate and also the stats for Richter. So expect changes for those, but I just wanted to release the cards that have been confirmed, basically. So yeah, that pretty much sums it all. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video in a year or so. No, I'm kidding. We'll see. Anyways, have a good day. Later. Bye.